That's step one. You have to determine the product or want fit. You have to understand that you are getting paid to move people from a want, which is the hunger state, to want satisfied state. That is where your money is. So your good marketing and copywriting simply articulates the move from the before state to the after state. From running around in my own, for instance, you are paying me your before state. Not before you came to me, is you've been struggling, you've been working hard, but your hunger is that you really want to create a sustainable income online. That is your hunger. That's your want hunger. That's what you want. Where you are not, where you are able to predict, oh, I'm going to make $1,000 at the end of this month. I'm going to make $5,000 at the end of this month. Where your system can be in place to enable you to be able to have a sustainable and predictable business. The same way when you are working and somebody is paying you, giving you a check every Friday or at the end of every month. That's your one state. Your one satisfied is when you build that business, which is supposed to be my job. That is why you see me getting a little bit frustrated when I don't see you getting closer to that one satisfied state. That one satisfied state is when you now have a 7-pillar business that is predictable, that is working, that you are running and getting yourself closer to that 6-figure a year business that you dreamt of. What state to hunger state? You have to be able to determine that for your client. Where are they right now? And where do they want to be? And then you position yourself as the driver to take them there. I want, that is before state, to satisfied. So when you start writing your copy, which is part of your funnel, many don't even think about that. That's why I keep saying don't think about the website as a funnel. Your copy is part of your funnel. What are the kind of content you put out? So when you look at me now, when you see me, all right, I don't know who Philpott is. Is that Philip? Is that Eric? Is that Philpott 5?
That's not me, yo.
Okay, that's what I thought. That can be you. All right. So I don't know what that question is, and we have not gotten to the lead magnet yet. Anyway, when we get there, ask me that. Focus on step 1 that I'm talking about. Whoever Philpott 5 is. Okay. So we are talking about determining the product/want fit. You have to have that for your business, and your communication on social media, in email, is got to be centered around that. That's why you see me talk about when I post something, then I will say, if you want to create a sustainable business online, join the Biz Nation Club or contact me. Why is that? Because I understand my want to satisfy state. Anybody who's not ready to build a business online is not my client. Those are the people that are designated seekers now. They're not ready to build a business. They just want to look at what are the ways to make money on. They are still opportunity seekers. And there's nothing wrong in being an opportunity seeker as long as you understand that you are just an opportunity seeker. You are not going anywhere online. You are doing hit and run. Maybe you don't have time. You really are not interested in building one, but you want to see where to make money anytime in place. Like, for instance, things like 7 ways to profit with your own creator coin. That might be the kind of topic I would do, because that fits directly into my seeker mindset. So that those who just want to go do that to make some quick money, they can go. But while I'm teaching them that, then I'm going to be, of course, putting it in there that, well, when you're tired of doing this cannot give you a career online. You can make money if you create your creator coin today. I showed it to MJ yesterday. I showed it to 3 or 4 people. They made money within 1 hour. That is not the problem. You're going to make money, but are you going to make the kind of money that will keep you sustainable online? Are you sure you're going to get people buying your token every day? Not necessarily if you're not growing. Then I would then put it to them that they need to do, they need to grow to the inner circle. Are you seeing now that if they're getting to that point where they feel that they need to create a sustainable business online, they need to check out my inner circle, because in that circle, I teach people how to build a sustainable business. Are you seeing that as it applies to me? So same thing with you. You got to know the before of your clients. That is before they come to you. And what do they want? Their want before they come to you. What do they want? And then I've gotten what I want. Is the after. That is what you are going to be delivering. In this case, it will be, for instance, our own customer, the before state of our customer is women that are having struggles with bringing up their children, or who have anxiety about bringing up their children, maybe because they are new parents, they've never been parents before, or they have a problematic child and they are thinking about how to bring the child up, or they are professionals who are worried about their children being brought up right because of what they work. Those are 3 levels, 3 different types of customers for someone like Lee, for instance. But all of them want to be in a situation where they are bringing up great children, where their children are well brought up, or their children perceive them as parents who are helping them to grow. So all our communication and copywriting will need to articulate that, how to move from before state to the after state. A King Glue, let's say King Glue, although King Glue's niche now is about Nollywood and getting them to monetize themselves. But let's say that niche that is probably doing on the side, his own dating, whatever, or so it might be people who have so low self-esteem, who are trying to look for a girl, or people who are trying to get married, or people looking for a girlfriend, and then their certified state is now, they are now machos, where anywhere they go, they can pick up a girl anytime they want, or they can date anytime they want. You have to articulate that for yourself. If you are still tracking, give me a 1. We are still on this step number 1, and we're going to talk about it a little bit more. Give me a 1 if you are still following me so far. When I'm done, I'll ask if you understand now or not. Right now, I just want to be sure you are still tracking. Okay? Yeah, thank you, Bishop. All right? People, remember, people don't buy products or services, they buy outcomes. Very important lesson in marketing. If you have not learned that, you should learn that today. Let me drink some water. I want you to look at that screen again. Place it on your brain. When you go to a store and you go there to buy a hammer, you are not really looking to buy a hammer. You are probably looking to buy a hole in the wall. You want to hang your pictures. That's why you need a hammer. And you need a hole in the wall to hang that picture. So you go into the store to go get what will help you put that hole in the wall so that you can hang your picture. Or maybe what you need it for, you want to assemble a desk you just bought. So you don't really need a hammer. You need an assembled desk in your office or your house, or you need your bed set up. So you want a set-up bed. And you go to the store. A very fundamental marketing mindset that you need to get. Again, it always goes to the mindset. So you'll be, somebody comes to say, I want to buy a hammer. You are the one selling hammer in the store. What you should be selling is that if you buy this hammer is the best. You have to, that is why you interrogate your customer to know their want state and where they want to be. That picture that I just showed you, I'm going to go back to it for a second. This picture right here. You have to know where your customers are. What do they want? And then where would they be after you have been able to help them? Very, very important sales to writing copies. So now if you want to write a copy for a hammer, you want people to buy a hammer, but you're not saying this hammer was done with titanic iron. This iron was owned previously by Hammer the Hammer. What's the name of that guy that has a hammer in the Avengers? I forgot his name now. That carries one hammer around. Okay, that is not what the client wants. The client wants a damn hole in the wall. So once you have interviewed the client, okay, why do you need a hammer today? The person will explain to you, I have a table at home I need to assemble, or I have the pictures of my kids I need to put on my wall. So then you know how to approach the person. So your sales page will be oh, I used this hammer before to actually put my secondary school stuff in my wall. I have some clients who have a very weak wall, but using this hammer, they're able to create a very delicate hole that will put up their stuff. You give them a vision of their satisfied state. That's what makes them buy. Because they might be telling you they want a hammer, but what they want is a picture hung on a wall. They might be telling you they want a hammer, but what they want, they have a table somebody just gave them or that they just bought that they need to assemble. So if they told you that, then your pitch will be, oh, this hammer is the perfect. You then can then pick one hammer out of your shelf and say this is perfect for what you need because it can actually work with delicate woods. And then the kind of nails, no matter how small or big, this hammer is the perfect place to put it in there. And then you share a story about where you have used the hammer to create a table before. That remember one guy came to our shop the last time and he has tried his table was just falling apart because he bought the wrong hammer. And then when he finally told me his problem, I told him this is the hammer you need and that this one does not put so much weight on the wood, whatever explanation you have to give. See, now when you share the vision of where the person wants to be, when he's there, then buying becomes a no-brainer. But when you keep hitting on the features because the features sound good to you, which is not what they want. Just like I keep trying to show you guys, when you have a 7-pillar business created, it will create money for you on call because it generates money for you regularly. That's when you are really now a self-respecting business person. Because I know that's what most of you want to be. You want to be a self-respecting digital business person. You don't just want to be going online every day and be spending more than you are making. Very important part for you to get in this step 1. People buy access to satisfy the after state. They may not ultimately get there because many are not ready to do the work, but they have to see it. You want to make them see what being satisfied in this their want. What does it feel like? What does it look like? And that has to be painted in your email marketing, in your promotional text. For those of us who write sales copy, that is critical for your sales copy to convert. If your sales copy doesn't talk about how they are going to be, it's like Bismatic. If the sales copy does not start to paint a picture about when they use this thing, now they can build a profitable, sustainable business online that is getting customers on call because they have the right funnels, that is being able to address their customers because that is the want. Everybody wants to be able to take care of their customer. I hope buyer is listening. I hope those of you involved in writing copy for this stuff are listening. You got to paint the picture of what they are going to be achieving, assuming they use Bismatic very well. If they use it very well, then now creating perfect sales pages to sell your business will no longer be a problem. It's a problem for all of us right now. Right? Okay, so they address that. Oh, keeping up with your clients will no longer be a problem because you have an automated telephone system, which is true in Bismatic, where people can call and leave a message for you and where you can leave return messages and all of that stuff, where your switchboard is answered on automatic, where you can say you have reached the farm of Clarence and Co., where we help people to become better online. To leave a message for our support, press 1. To leave a message for marketing, press 2. To leave a message for, even though all of that is coming to you, but the system is there. It gives the impression that you are a well-organized system. That is the phone system that comes with Bismatic. Oh, you are no longer going to struggle with maintaining an appointment with your clients because we have a built-in calendar. For someone like me, that is a big selling point because I struggle with meeting up an appointment. Are you getting it now? But if your copy is not addressing that, it's talking about the web developers that build this. They are the best in the world. And it talks about how this beats out any other competition that is in place. How does that help me solve my problem of I want to create funnels for my business. I want to manage my customers. I want to do appointments. Very, very important. It's a subtle mindset that you need to have. A great offer will genuinely move a customer to a desired, once satisfied, or after state. So your sales content must be centered around that paradigm. I'm going somewhere, people. Just trust there's a method to my madness here. This step one is probably the most critical, just like the step one of the 7 pillars. Even though it sounds nebulous, it is the most important because your funnel is driven by the content. Once you take off your mind that your funnel is not your pages, your funnel is what goes to represent how you get your customers. And pages is one of that. But your pages will have content in it. The email you are going to send will have content in it. That's all part of your funnel. Your social media post will have something in it. That is part of your funnel. But if your content that you're putting out there is not addressing this one state versus satisfied state paradigm, your conversion will be very low. Every minute you want to be sharing where they are, basically their frustration right now, and where they are when that frustration is taken away. That's you right there. Here is the frustration. You are the guy that can take them to this frustration taken away place. If they do this, get my course, and you no longer have to worry about your children growing up wayward. Buy this, you never have to worry about going to go visit your child in the prison because they'll be well brought up. The fears, now I'm addressing it right there for our own stuff because for some reason our picture always just triggers me because it tells me exactly what she does. So you want to paint the picture of parents having well brought up children. With parents, someone like Anne that is talking about the Queen of Cheap. She's going to be talking about how they are not living the life that wealthy live, spending so little. Now you also can go on vacation first class, just like any rich person on a budget, which is what everybody who's broke wants to have. Now you don't have to be in anxiety about paying your bill because now you can pay your house rent because now you can get it done the Queen of Cheap way by doing this. This is where the best copywriters, this is where they excel. They play on your anxieties, your fears, and what you want to deal with them. And then they give you that picture and then tell you this is what you need to get that picture. When I went to see my dentist yesterday, one of the issues I had was I had a cheap tooth. I was eating one day. I don't know what I was eating, what Mama was eating, my cheap tooth. I just see myself chewing on my tooth. I don't know what's going on. What is this thing? I thought it was stone in the food. I brought it out. It was a part of my tooth back end. But as usual, I just ignored it. I noticed that something is chipped off. I used my tongue and I'm like, whoa, my tooth has broken. Then it started becoming very painful, which was one of the procedures I went to do. That's when I went yesterday on Monday. Okay? So I went to see the dentist. I've been to dentist one time in my life. I'm 59. I don't like dentists. The first time I went, I didn't like the experience, so I never went back. So I try to dodge it anytime I can. Even though my wife goes and the children, they go practically every 3 months. My wife would drag everybody there. It's only me she could not. So when I finally saw the dentist, so they look through my tooth, they put all their magnifying glasses, like, oh, you have a cheap tooth, and then there's a hole in your tooth, it's sitting on a nerve, that's why you're feeling this pain. They diagnose my pain right now, right? And then she painted a picture of my want satisfied. I want that pain to go away. I don't want to be having pain when I eat, right? That is my want stage. I want the pain to go away. So she painted, come on Thursday. She gave me this next 2 days. Fortunately, I'm going to have to postpone because I'm traveling with my wife. So that when you come, we are going to do a root canal. Don't worry, the root canals are no longer painful now. She immediately addressed my fear that we're going to numb it and you are rarely going to feel any pain. And then we're going to drill around it. We're going to do this. Then after that, we are going to numb the place where we desensitize it, where you don't feel any pain again. And I said, would you like to do that? Of course I'd like to do that. But that is what I want. She showed me the after state. And then she said, okay, That will take a procedure that we have to do. What day is convenient for you? And then she suggested this, and I picked Thursday, forgetting that that is supposed to be a vacation time for me and my wife. So I'm going to call them after this. Olufunke, please keep reminding me I need to call them before 5 to reschedule the date. So my point is, it applies everywhere. If you can paint a good picture of what the utmost wants of your client, and you can paint a good picture of the satisfied state with you as the driver, you're not going to have a problem somebody paying you money. And that has to be central to everything in your funnel. When you start building the physical part of your funnel, or what I call the physical, what people can see, the rest of it is mine. When you start building the physical part of this, your well thought out funnel, bear this in mind. Is why I'm spending so much time on step 1.